What it do? What it is, y'all? It's your girl, Pop. Queen DMV, Queen R&B, Queen Capital, Queen Tri-State, top of the capital, top of the Tri-State. But, and you are now watching Black People Are Right. Once again, yet again, the Black Queen prevails. And I know I'm missing my backdrop. I just been so lazy. But we're gonna get back into that. But right now we're gonna focus on what's more important and the temperature of our political climate. And in this political climate, we have to point out the fact that as Black people, we haven't seen anybody stand up in the name of Blackness in a very long time from this generation, since Paul Birdsong. Black people were so quick to throw his name under the bus, to run his name through the dirt. But when you do your research, you will find out that he indeed is Black. They were quick to call him a Puerto Rican tether, but he has no trace to that. And his father is Black, his mother is white. He's a biracial, so therefore he identifies as the Black man. And when he stood up for Renee Good, he saw his mother. He was defending his mother when he stood up for Renee Good. And when you do your research and you're not a hater, you will find that he been standing up for Black women. He been standing up for the Black community 10 years before he went viral.
50527. The Panther Party at every single one of its community unity barbecues signs children up for reading programs. So we definitely want to get involved in anything that the city is doing to catch the children before they're 8 years old, between birth and 8 years old, to get them into reading and things that keep them off the streets and keep their head in a book. However, as I told City Council President Kenyatta Johnson earlier when I spoke to him, a video was sent to my phone of a SEPTA police officer punching an unarmed Black woman in the head at Frankfurt Terminal. I got that video yesterday. I got it right here on my phone. That needs to stop. That officer needs to be arrested. The Panther Party for Self-Defense demands the City Council and the Philadelphia Police Department hold this officer accountable. The woman was unarmed, had her hand on her bag. The police officer punched her over the top of the head, towering over her. She was unarmed. This needs to stop. If it doesn't stop, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to cause problems in the community. We already got all the shooting happening between us with each other. We don't need riots in the street to add to it, but police officers cannot brutalize unarmed Black women in this community like that. We will not stand for it. So I want everybody who's Black in this community to take inventory of yourself and ask yourself, will you allow that to happen where you live at? Will you allow unarmed Black women to be punched by the police officers who are supposed to protect this community? Or will you stand up against it and hold these people accountable? All power to the people.
Thank you.
Why? Because it's his time and he genuinely loves what he does. Black people were so quick to call Paul Birdsong fake, but y'all are so quick to praise YNs for doing absolutely nothing. And even if he was Puerto Rican, so what? Give me a man who stands up in his masculinity just like that, no matter what his color is. Because a real man is a man who stands up for something, just like his dick does. Because does anybody have a movement that young Black men can go to? Does anybody have a movement that YNs can go to? Does anybody? I'll wait. And actually, I won't, because we've been waiting long enough. I had to go do a few things, but I'm back. Like I was saying, it doesn't matter that Renee Good was a white woman. Paul Birdsong stood up for a woman. Therefore, he stood in masculine energy. Therefore, he's right. When's the last time any man stood up for any woman? And that's why the chairman can have whatever the fuck he wants. Because that's the man that you procreate with. That's the man that you keep his name alive. And now that it's Black people were right time, might as well go on ahead and say how we really feel about each other, down to the racism, the colorism, and down to the masculine energy of it all, because don't nobody know what to do with these YNs. So send them down to Philly. So go on ahead, round them up on a shuttle bus and send them down to Philly, because you're going to your father's house. Send them to the chairman's house so that they can learn how to be men like the Black Lions Party. Because the Black Lions will soon be the face of Black cultures. Because these rappers, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They turn streamers. Like, they don't care. Nikki left us. She don't care about us. It's time to let her go, and it's time to move on. Because they don't know who to copy off of next. Because Paul Birdsong got some order going on down there in Philly. So let it be the comrades of the Black Lion Party. And I just want to give a special thanks to Chairman Paul Birdsong for being an example of what a real man is supposed to do. And I just want to thank the comrades of the Black Lion Party for doing something in real life and standing for something in real time, unlike fake ass social media. Because men of today need to be more like the Black Lion comrades. Because if the Black Lions can defeat ICE, that just means a win for Black people through the Black Lions Party because of Paul Birdsong, which means more respect on Black people's name, which means more trust, more authority, because somebody did the real work in real life. And I don't give a fuck if y'all hating ass talking about some, oh, you're on chairman's dick, you're on chairman's dick, you want chairman's dick in your mouth. Ain't no other place to be. And if you got a girl, sorry wifey. Because this isn't the first, nor will it be the last time that Black people were right yet again. Because every so often, like every 10 years or so, like Black people get a resurgence and an update on our greatness because we just are. And it's also time for the entertainment industry and the music industry to reflect that, because the entertainment and music industry is powered by Blackness. And that's why everybody sucks, because these artists these days, they don't stand on it. They don't stand in Blackness. They stand for money. And that's why everybody sucks. And truly the only way to get Black people to listen to you is to have great art attached to it. And if you can't make it fun, it's hard to get Black people to listen to you. You gotta put some excellent art with it. You gotta put some sex in it to get Black people's attention. Why? Because we are the original humans. You gotta put some sex in there, because Black people are the lovers. We created humanity. We gave birth to humanity. Creative energy is sex energy, and that is why we're highly sexual people. We're the most sexual people of the human race because we created this. And that is why it's hard to get Black people to listen, because on an innate level, we know that we created this and something else can be birthed from this if we just stay focused on whatever is coming from us. No pun intended. But it's just true. And that's why usually working, normal jobs, it's very hard for Black people because it's just not complementary to our phenotype and what our phenotype is actually for. And it's not to say all Black people should be entertainers, but all Black people need to be exercising that creative outlet to see what can come from it, so that you won't have to do something that you hate for a living. Black people gotta feel it. We gotta feel it on the inside. Hence to why Black people hate reading, because we always led from who we were, because you just never know what may come from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why we always excel artistically. And, you know, we just never needed it. Or did we create that? No, we didn't create that, because Black people hate it too much. And it's not to say don't read, or, you know, because stay in school, kids, but we are more supernatural people. It's true, the queen hates reading, and it's not because I've never read a book, because if I really like it, I'll read it. But everybody does not learn like white people. Even my mama told me when I was a little girl, she tried to bring me a book, I turned my head to her like this. Don't show me that. Like, you know, Black people just learn differently. You know, I learn through listening and watching. Everybody don't have to read a 1,000-page book, because we're more physical people. We can't keep lying about certain things so that we can get some growth. And I just feel like there is such thing as being too Black to read. But, you know, you still have to read though. And this generation has truly lost Black culture, because y'all have become way too money driven and way too politically correct. And, you know, if the Black Lions were looking for a first lady, I think I would really fit the bill. Why? Because I was the first lady of the Black Lions, I would be the fun and the sunshine that you need. I would be the vitamin D that you need. You know what I mean? Like, if I was first lady of the Black Lions, I would make the girls more feminine, teach them about their bodies and their sexuality in a way that is more intellectual, because it's very important for a woman to understand that, so that she can understand how to get along with men, because that's a serious problem right now in society. And I would be the leader of the Black Arts and Crafts, and I'd be captain of the dance team. Also, if the Black Lions were to help me get signed, I would donate a portion of my earnings to funding the Black Lions. So vote for me to be the first lady of the Black Lions party, so I could show the chairman how bad I really want it. Yeah, I think I would really fit on that chair. I just hope it's not too hard. I mean, he could have a hard chair for me. I mean, he could have a hard chair. I'll have a soft chair. And yeah, that would just make a lot of sense for the community, so that they can learn. But all jokes aside, like, you know, I would also have a course for dark-skinned people only, an intensive care, an ICU class for their self-esteem, because dark-skinned people need a little more love, and everybody knows that. And it would really focus on helping them find that thing that, you know, when people look at you and be like, helping you find the thing that when people look at you, for them to be like, if I was dark skinned, I would want to be him, I would want to be her, you know, because everyone knows being dark skinned is the hardest reality to master as Black people. So I'm thinking about that, because if you're still unsatisfied about certain things when it comes to you being Black it just means the work is not done yet. And also, generally, people just need to stop doing things for people's approval. Stop doing things for people to like you. Because at some point, people stop clapping for you. Do things from the bottom of your heart. Because in the words of Simone Biles Owen the Great, compliments don't get me championships. Because at some point, everyone stops clapping for you. So don't do it for the applause. Do it from your heart. Because compliments are nice, but bragging on yourself feels even better, because at some point, everybody stops clapping for you. And you have to know how to still have that feeling for yourself, to know who you are and that you're still great. Compliments are appreciated, but bragging on yourself feels better than any award, any amount of money or recognition that you can get, because at some point people stop clapping for you, and how you feel about yourself, no one can take away from you. So there's that. And also, as a man thinketh, so he is. Because what I've realized is, it don't matter how ugly or how fat you are or how broke you are. If you think you're the shit, it's true. Why? Because people will be able to sense that there's something about you that you think that you have that they don't. And even if they don't agree with you, they still have to acknowledge that, oh, you think you're the shit, huh? Yeah. So therefore, it's true. You are the shit, and they see it too. So that's another thing. If you think you're the shit, it's true. Because it's not about what you have. It's about an energy that you carry. And people pick up on it. And some people will acknowledge it. No, everyone has to acknowledge it, even if they don't like it. They'll be like, you think you're the shit. It's true. Even though they don't like it. They see it. They know it. They feel it. So, message.